Ross Bjork left a couple weeks ago for Ohio State. A lot of people are like, what?
Yeah.
But as raised eyebrows as we had on that, they were even raised higher yesterday when Trev Alberts emerged and was named. This is a guy that, was a great player at Nebraska. He was on TV. I think he was at ESPN, I think.
Yep.
And then he goes back and tries to resurrect his alma mater. And then he ends up, what is the buzz on that?
So I've been following the AD search for a while. I was really, everything about the new A&M president has impressed me. Like the
general?
Yeah.
I
exactly.
like him.
And don't you feel like that's
Oh,
what
he was.
A&M
When we were together that day with you out in College Station last September, I think, and he just blew me away.
And so he, at the end, he may have even been the interim at that time.
Yeah, he was hoping to be the.
So that's having him lead a search committee, and then some of the people that were on that committee, and just hearing what I did, I felt really good about it. But I stayed back until we got close to the finish line. And about Friday, I heard the name Trev Alberts.
Wow.
And it wasn't until about Monday that I started to kind of get that from, A&M sources, not the outside. And they were so fired up, I think, to even have a chance to get him. I think when they started out, they didn't think there was going to be guys like him.
There wouldn't be much reason to think he would. I mean, I've heard some odd since then, and you know more than I do, but I think things in Lincoln at the top weren't great.
And I think that's, you do that, that in coaching. You look for that opening in that window. And I think Trev's background really fits what A&M's looking for. I think it fits with Elko. I think the way he embraced NIL at Nebraska.
Yeah.
You can look at Nebraska football, but going and getting Matt Rule was a hell of a hire.
Big time.
And then his background at Omaha, right? You don't think there's much to that. But you said the football career, the media, high profile, and then to go and start literally at the very bottom and roll your sleeves up. He had to cut sports there. And I believe he cut football. He had to cut sports. And I hate to say it, but we've been talking about it for the last year or so. That's coming down the road. There's going to be a massive change in NIL. Athletic departments might be paying players themselves. You might have to drop sport. His background being kind of unconventional, I think really fits what A&M was looking for.
Yeah, it was just, there's so many, A&M has gone through so much. This is the third AD in 6 years?
Well, yeah, easily, because
and about 2 or 3 interims.
4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, maybe less.
Because Woodward was there at the start of
you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Problem is you've had so much turnover, Paul, at A&M at president, head coach. The head coaches have lasted 5-6 years. It's not like they're every 2 or 3. But president, athletic director, there needs to be real alignment there. And I don't know Trev. I remember him as a player. I remember him as media. They dug up some comments I made like 22 years ago that are now legal to drink, where I was like, probably said some stuff about you before I knew you too.
Yeah, you probably still do.
You go look at it, and I think you got a really convicted, strong head coach, athletic director, and president now. And as you know, and Aggies listening know this, and I think everybody around the SEC knows this now too, it's a very unique job, and you better have some real wherewithal at those 3 spots to work together, but also kind of keep everything at arm's length and say, let us do us.
And I